Dear students, let us have the reading session 2 for the chapter A Day in the Grange. We have read about 3 pages. Now, let us continue. First, this page we have discussed. This page also reading completed. This reading also completed. Now, we have completed up to here. The picking whole bunches of them to take home with her. She put them all into her little apron. Means apron is the there is a one attachment with the main dress. Peter, whose round eyes could only move about slowly, had a hard time looking out for her. The goats were even worse, and only by shouting and whistling, especially by swinging his rod, could he drive them together. "Heidi, where are you now?" he called quite angrily. "Here," it sounded from somewhere. Peter could not see her, but she was sitting on the ground behind a little mound, which was covered with fragrant flowers. The whole air was filled with their perfume, and the child drew it in long breaths. "Follow me now," Peter called out. "Grandfather has told me to look out for you, and you must not fall over the rocks." "Where are the goats?" asking Heidi without even stirring. "Way up there, and we have still far to go. If you come quickly, we may see the eagle there and hear him shriek." That tempted Heidi, and she came running to Peter with her apron full of flowers. "You have enough now," he declared. "If you pick them all today, there won't be any left tomorrow." Heidi admitted that yes, she had her apron already full. From now on, she stayed at Peter's side. The goats, scenting the pungent herbs, also hurried up without delay. Peter generally took his quarters for the day at the foot of a high cliff. We seemed to reach far up into the sky. Overhanging rocks on one side made it dangerous, so grandfather was wise to warn Peter. After they had reached their destination, the boy took off his bag, putting it in a little hollow in the ground. The wind often blew the violent gust up there, and Peter did not want to lose his precious load. Then he lay down in the sunny grass, for he was very tired. Heidi, taking off her apron, rolled it lightly together and put it beside Peter's bag. Then, sitting down beside the boy, she looked about her. Far down she saw a glistening valley. A large field of snow rose high in front of her. Heidi sat a long time without stirring, with Peter asleep by her side and the goats climbing about between the bushes. A light breeze fanned her cheek, and those big mountains about her made her feel happy as never before. She looked up at the mountain tops till they all seemed to have faces, and soon they were familiar to her, like old friends. Suddenly she heard a loud, sharp scream, and looking up, she beheld the largest bird she had ever seen flying above her. With widespread wings, he flew in large circles over Heidi's head. "Wake up, Peter!" Heidi called. "Look up, Peter, and see the eagle there." Peter was wide awake, and then both watched the bird breathlessly. It rose higher and higher into the skies till it disappeared at last behind the mountain peak. "Where has it gone?" Heidi asked. "Home, to its nest," was Peter's answer. "Oh, does it really live way up there? How wonderful that must be! But tell me, why does it scream so loud?" Heidi asked. Because it has to, Peter replied. Oh, let's climb up there and see its nest, pleaded Heidi. But Peter, expressing a decided disapproval in his voice, answered, oh dear, not even goats could climb up there. Grandfather has told me not to let you fall down the rocks, so we can't. Peter now began to call loudly and to whistle, and soon all the goats had assembled on the green field. Heidi ran into their midst, for she loved to see them leaping and playing about, while Peter in the meantime was preparing dinner for Heidi and himself. Okay, so now this is all about the chapter reading session. I have completed the reading. Now you have to listen this reading, read the chapter, take with your book. Okay.